So hello and welcome everyone. Welcome back to our channel, and today we are going to discuss 29 to 30th of PIB September 2025, and we are going to discuss this in format of MCQs. If you are new to this channel, please like, share and subscribe. Join our Telegram channel with the link given in the description below for PDFs. Also, because this is the last day of September when we are doing PIB, and so in 1 to 2 days the compilations will also be provided to you in the group itself. So please stay tuned to this video and also join the Telegram channel for more updates. So let us start this video in the form of MCQs, and I hope this will be useful to you, and we will complete this in a very short duration of time. So let us start. Now the first MCQ says that where was 42nd Indian Coast Guard Commanders Conference 2025 held? So 42nd Indian Coast Guard Commanders Conference हुई है दिल्ली में. So आपको याद रखना है that this conference has taken place in Delhi, and this is 42nd Indian Coast Guard Conference that was organized in New Delhi from 28th to 30th of September 2025. So just remember this, that this conference was held in New Delhi. Right. Now Department of Post has signed an MOU with which institute to promote sustainable packaging solutions in September 2025. So Department of Post ने MOU sign किया है with which organization so that sustainable packaging solutions can be promoted. So this is Indian Institute of Packaging. So B is the right answer. It's not Central Institute of Plastic Engineering, neither National Institute of Design or Bureau of Indian Standards. Confusion हो सकता है if you see the options. So please remember this, that Indian Institute of Packaging has signed MOU with Department of Post so that sustainable packaging can be promoted. Now the next question is, which state is the first in India to establish a dedicated export promotion ministry? This means कि एक state है इंडिया में, वहाँ पर dedicated export promotion ministry है, a ministry that is exclusively focusing on promotion of exports. So this state is Uttar Pradesh. So C is the right answer. Now EFTA bloc with which India has signed FTA consists of which countries? So India ने FTA sign किया है with EFTA bloc. Now this EFTA bloc has come into force on 1st of October 2025. Right. The signing was done in March 2025, but it came into force on 1st of October 2025. So this becomes very important for our examination. So you have to know that EFTA block जो इंडिया ने साइन किया है FTA जिसके साथ, उस ब्लॉक में कौन सी कंट्रीज आती हैं? तो उस ब्लॉक में कंट्रीज आती हैं आइसलैंड, नॉर्वे, लिचनस्टीन एंड स्विट्जरलैंड. So 4 countries are there in EFTA block, and you have to remember the name of these 4 countries. Now India has already concluded FTAs with which of the following countries? Now this is a typical example of how questions are framed. Last year RBI also asked similar question, so please be aware ऐसे questions आ जाते हैं, and this was given in PIB directly, and this gets misses out या miss हो जाता है. So please remember this, that India ने already FTA concludes किए हैं with UAE, Australia and UK. So now PIB में यही आर्टिकल दिया हुआ था same, that on 1st of October that EFTA block with which India has signed an FTA is coming into force, and in that article itself the line, this important line was given. So this becomes also very important for us to know that India has already concluded free trade agreements with which countries? So UAE, Australia and UK. So A is the right answer. Now, what position does India hold in FAO subcommittee on livestock? And according to World Bank report, what is India's extreme poverty rate after COVID-19 welfare measures? So a very good article was given on livestock, and which it will come later also, dairy wala article I'll share in the group itself. You should read that article by yourself, but here I am discussing that FAO subcommittee on livestock में India कौन सी position hold कर रहा है. First let me just tell you what is the news so that you better understand the MCQ. Right. So India Dairy and Livestock Leadership at FAO Global Conference has taken place in Rome, Italy. Right. So please remember this, that India का Dairy and Livestock Leadership at FAO Global Conference, because FAO के headquarters का FAO के headquarters है रोम में, इटली में. राइट. तो इंडिया का जो डेयरी एंड लाइवस्टॉक लीडरशिप है FAO के ग्लोबल कॉन्फ्रेंस में क्या रहा है इन रोम. तो दिस वाज सेकेंड ग्लोबल कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन सस्टेनेबल लाइवस्टॉक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन दैट वाज होस्टेड बाय FAO जिसका हेडक्वार्टर है रोम में. राइट. तो नाउ इंडिया यहाँ पर क्या है, India is serving as first vice chair of FAO subcommittee on livestock. So this is very important for NABARD perspective, that India is serving as first vice chair of FAO subcommittee on livestock. तो FAO की जो subcommittee है on livestock, वहाँ पर India serve कर रहा है as first vice chair. Now, what are key points from Minister's address that we have to remember? First is that in this address it was said that what is vision under PM Narendra Modi, the series of transformative farmer-centric and inclusive initiatives are taking place in livestock and dairy. Focus is on food security, nutrition, livelihoods and poverty eradication. So this is fine that हमारा vision क्या है under PM Narendra Modi, that our focus is on food security, nutrition, livelihoods and poverty eradication. Now, what poverty reduction achievements were highlighted? This you need to remember. This. Since COVID-19, India's welfare measures lifted 269 million people out of extreme poverty. Poverty declined from 27.1% to 5.3%, and this is supported by 2025 World Bank report. So this data is very important, that here it was highlighted that poverty has declined from 27.1% to 5.3%, and this data is derived from 2025 World Bank report. Now it says that what is livestock sector's role? It provides sustainable livelihoods to 2/3 of rural households. यानी 2/3 of rural households livestock is sustaining their livelihoods, and millions of small and marginal farmers and mainly women. Sector have recorded 12.77% CAGR in recent years, and it contributes 31% to agriculture GVA and 5.5% to national economy. So this is also very important, that says that जो dairy sector है वो contribute कर रहा है 31% to agriculture gross value addition, and it is also contributing around 5.5% to national economy. If we talk about what is position of India in global dairy, so India's largest producer of milk, nearly 25% of world output is coming from India. India is second largest egg producer. India is leading buffalo meat exporter. उसके बाद India acknowledgement क्या हुआ है? Success is credited to people-centric policies, global cooperation, smallholder farmer resilience. India has reaffirmed its 80-year FAO partnership. This means that India and FAO are partnering from the last 80 years. So the reaffirmation has taken place of 80-year-old partnership. And if we talk about policy position, then the global plan of action for sustainable livestock transformation should remain a guiding framework and must respect national priorities. हमें respect करनी चाहिए, capacities, local circumstances, and it also called for finance, technology transfer, capacity building to support gradual transition. International Day of Milk में India and Ireland co-sponsored resolution for this day, and it was endorsed by 44th FAO conference awaiting UN General Assembly consideration. So इसमें आपको याद रखना है सबसे पहले that this second global conference has taken place in Rome, Italy. Then India is serving as first vice chair of FAO subcommittee on livestock. उसके बाद जस्ट प्लीज़ रिमेंबर कि पोवर्टी हमने अपलिफ्ट की है फ्रॉम 27% पीपल नाउ टू ओनली जस्ट 5.3% एज पर वर्ल्ड बैंक रिपोर्ट. Dairy is contributing on livestock, not dairy, actually livestock is contributing 31% to agriculture GVA and 5.5% to national economy. We are largest producer of milk, second largest producer of egg, and leading world buffalo meat exporter. Let me just erase all of this so that it's very, very clear also. Yes, so please remember 31% it's contributing to agriculture GVA, 5.5% to national economy, largest producer of milk, second largest producer of egg, leading buffalo meat exporter, and we are reaffirming our 80-year FAO partnership. Now let's go back to MCQs. That says that what position does India hold in FAO subcommittee on livestock? So India has become first vice chair, and as per World Bank report of 2025, जो extreme poverty rate है that has now become 5.3% from 27.1%. I hope it's very, very much clear now, and we can move on to our next questions. That says the livestock sector contributes what percentage of India's agriculture GVA? So that is 31% and 5.5% to national economy. India is world largest producer of milk. Now next question is, where was World Food India 2025 held. So World Food India 2025 was held in Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. So B is the right answer. This was hosted at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi from 25th to 28th of September 2025. Now a very much detailed article was given on theatres, right? But the theatre part is very much important from UPSC point of view, but not so important from RBI or NABARD or regulatory exam point of view. So we will do little of theatres. So the question says that which of the following Indian ritual theatres is recognized by UNESCO as the oldest surviving Sanskrit theatre tradition. So which Indian theatre is recognized by UNESCO as oldest surviving Sanskrit theatre tradition? So that is Kutiyattam, and this theatre is practiced in Kerala, and it is over 2000 years old and blends Sanskrit drama with local Kerala traditions. It is performed in temple halls and it is UNESCO recognized. So please remember that Kutiyattam is from Kerala. Alright. Now India's dairy sector. So this particular article I was talking to you about, a very detailed article was given on India's dairy sector. If you wish to read this, I'll also provide you the link. Now, what does the article says? Let us just read about it. India is world's largest milk producer. Okay, first point. Contributing nearly 25% of global milk supply. ये अभी हमने previously भी पढ़ा, 25% of output the milk is contributing, and India is world largest milk producer. Dairy is India's largest agricultural product, contributing 5% to national GDP and employing 8 crore plus farmers directly. This also in previous PIB article it was given, and it is repeated here also, so it becomes important. Please remember this. Then now the next article, next point is that milk production increased by 63.56% in 10 years. From 146.3 million tons to 239.3 million tons. Yani milk production in the last 10 years have increased by 63.56%. Another important data point, from 146.3 million tons to 239.3 million tons. Per capita availability of milk has also increased by 48%, reaching 471 grams per day in 2023-24. Another very important point that says that per capita milk availability has also increased by 48%, and now per capita milk availability is 471 grams per day. Now, in 2024-25, 565.55 lakh artificial inseminations were also carried out nationally to improve bovine productivity. So, I hope you are remembering all this data and noting it down. Now, let us see what now the next point in the article says. It tells us about the growth of the sector. So first of all, milk production. So milk production has grew by 63.56% from 146.3 to 239.3 million metric tons. This we have seen here also. Million tons. By million tons it has increased. Now this means 5.7% annual growth was seen over last 10 years, and in this India has surpassed countries like USA, China, Pakistan, Brazil in milk production. If we talk about per capita milk availability, it has increased by 48% and now it is 471 grams per day. If we talk about world average, तो world का average अगर हम देखें तो it is 322 grams per day, while India's per capita milk availability is 471 grams per day. Now third point is growth in bovine population. So India has 303.76 million bovines, that is cattle, buffalo, mutton, yak, and India has sheep 74.26 million, goats 148.88 million, contributing to milk production. Productivity of bovines have also increased. अगर हम productivity की बात करें, so the productivity of India is highest and global average bovine productivity is also increased, but Indian productivity is at its highest. Now it says the same, that milk production has increased from 146.3 to 239.3, and per capita availability is 471 grams in India and 322 grams in world average. If we talk about women in dairy, so 70% of dairy workforce are women, 35% are active in corporates, around 48,000 plus women-led dairy cooperative societies are there. NDTP supports 23 milk producer organizations, and in which 16 फुली आर वुमेन रन, यानी वुमेन का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है डेयरी में. ऑलमोस्ट 70% डेयरी वर्कर्स जो हैं वो वुमेन हैं. श्रीजा MPO हैज़ ऑल्सो वन डेयरी इनोवेशन अवार्ड फ्रॉम इंटरनेशनल डेयरी फेडरेशन. सो दिस इज with the news. And where are MCQs? One second. Yes. Which of the following statements are correct with regard to India's dairy sector? India is world's largest milk producer, contributing nearly 25% of global milk supply. So this is absolutely correct. Dairy contributes around 5% to India's GDP and directly employs over 8 crore farmers. So this is also correct. And India's per capita milk availability was more than global average of 471 grams per day. So wrong. India's per capita availability was 471 grams, while world average is 322 grams per day. So third is not correct and answer becomes 1 and 2. Next question is on ICAO, that is International Civil Aviation Organization. Which of the following statements are correct regarding India's re-election to International Civil Aviation Organization Council? तो International Civil Aviation Council में इंडिया का re-election हुआ है. India has been re-elected to Part 2 of ICAO Council for 2025 to 2028 term. Now what is Part 2? Part 2 में वो states आते हैं जो बहुत ज़्यादा contribute कर रहे हैं to aviation sector. Part 2 comprises states making largest contribution to international civil air navigation. So this is absolutely correct. And this assembly meets every 5 years. So this is wrong. This assembly means every 3 years. Where is headquarter of ICAO? So headquarters of ICAO are in Montreal, Canada. So I hope this is understood and answer becomes 1 and 2. Now the last question for the day is that SAIL has signed an MOU with which institute to collaborate on executive education programs. So SAIL ने MOU sign किया है with IIM Jammu so that collaboration on executive education programs can be done. So that's it for the day and I hope you like the video. आपको short duration में काफ़ी कुछ समझ आया होगा and many news have been covered in a very short duration and in a crisp format. I hope you are liking the series. Please like, share and comment and also join our Telegram channel for PDFs and I'll meet you all again in the next session. And also today I am bringing September current affairs part 2 of banking and finance. I hope you have watched part 1 of banking and finance and it was useful to you. And thank you for watching.